Hello friends, shall we draw one more electron dot structure? That is the electron dot structure of chlorine. To draw the electron dot structure for chlorine, first of all we can draw the orbital structure for chlorine. We know the atomic number of chlorine is 17. That is, chlorine has 17 electrons. These 17 electrons, how they are distributed, that is the electronic configuration of chlorine. So out of that 17 electrons, 2 electrons will go to the first shell, 2 electrons will go to the first shell, and remain 8 electrons will go to the second shell, and remaining 7 electrons will be present at the third shell, the outermost shell, or the ultimate shell, or the valence shell. So chlorine has 7 electrons in the valence shell. Chlorine has 7 electrons in the valence shell. 7 electrons. 7 electrons are present at the valence shell. In order to attain the stable electronic configuration, that is the octet structure, how many electrons must be there at the outermost shell or the valence shell? 8 electrons. But chlorine has just 7 electrons. It is deficient of 1 electron. So the number of electrons required for the octet structure for each chlorine atom is 1 electron. 1 electron is required for each chlorine atom to attain the nearest octet structure. Therefore, how many electrons it will contribute to the shared pool of electron? Same 1 electron only it will contribute. So how many electrons are required for the octet structure? The same number of electrons will be contributed by the atom to the shared pool of electrons. Accordingly, each chlorine atoms will contribute 1 electron to the shared pool of electron. Now let's draw the shared pool of electrons first. So each chlorine atom, I have drawn 2 circles with intersected with each other. The left hand side one chlorine atom that is drawn with the blue ink, and the right hand side is another one chlorine atom that is drawn with slightly maroon. First, we need to fill the electrons at the shared pool of electron. That is very important. So each chlorine atom has contributed 1 electron to the shared pool of electron. So the left hand side chlorine atom has contributed 1 electron. I have drawn 1 cross. The right hand side chlorine atom has contributed 1 electron to the shared pool of electron, that I have drawn 1 more cross with the maroon color at the shared pool of electron. That is the common area between the 2 circles. So after finishing the shared pool of electrons, now only the remaining electrons in the outermost shell we need to mention. As for the electronic configuration, we know that chlorine has 7 electrons at the outermost shell. So this left hand side, this chlorine, that is the blue color chlorine atom, it has 7 electrons at the outermost shell. Out of that 7 electrons, already 1 electron was filled at the shared pool. Therefore, already 1 electron was filled. Therefore, remaining how many electrons are there? How many electrons we need to mention at the outermost shell? That is 7 minus 1, that's equal to 6. So 6 crosses we need to mention at the left hand side chlorine atom. 6 crosses. Now I have drawn the 6 crosses away from the shared pool of electrons. Now, at the left hand side, that circle, the blue circle alone, if we consider the total number of electrons, how many are there? 7 blue crosses and 1 maroon cross. So 7 plus 1, total how many? 8. So this left hand side chlorine atom has got 8 electrons at the valence shell or the outermost shell. Therefore, this atom is stable now. Similarly, the right hand side chlorine atom also we need to represent the remaining electrons at the outermost shell. Here also the outermost shell has 7 electrons. Out of the 7 electrons, 1 electron was already filled at the shared pool of electron. We have mentioned already the maroon color cross. So 7 minus 1, remaining 6 electrons. That 6 crosses we need to represent at the right hand side. That is already at this outermost shell, 7 electrons are there. Out of that 7 electrons, already 1 electron was filled up at the shared pool. Therefore, remaining how many electrons need to be drawn? 6 electrons. That 6 electrons we are representing here at the outermost shell. 6 electrons are drawn at the outermost shell. Now when we check the right hand side chlorine atom, that circle also, if we consider the total number of crosses are 7 maroon color crosses and 1 blue color cross. That is the total number of electrons at the right hand side chlorine atom also 8. So this atom also has attained the octet structure. Therefore, the structure is the orbital structure for chlorine is correct. The electron dot structure is just the removal of the orbital. If we remove the circles alone, then we will get the electron dot structure. That we can draw the next page. So what we need to do, the chlorine atom, the left hand side chlorine atom symbol has to be written. And the right hand side chlorine atom symbol we need to write. Now between these two atoms, a pair of electron has to be placed. So here one cross and here another one cross. A pair of electron is shared between both the chlorine atoms. That is between the chlorine atoms, one single bond will be formed because of the formation of a pair of shared electrons. Now remaining electrons we need to mention, that is here 6 electrons and the right hand side chlorine atom also remaining 6 electrons we need to draw. Now we have completed the electron dot structure for chlorine. This is the answer for electron dot structure for chlorine. Thank you so much for watching.